Hello and welcome. This is going to just be a really nice, gentle flow, focusing on creating space, especially in the side body and the intercostal muscles. So let's just start in an easy seat. We'll just take a few moments here together to settle in. So you can sit in a cross-legged position. You're always welcome to elevate your hips and sit on a block or a prop. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Draw the crown of the head away from your tailbone. Your eyes can close or your gaze can be soft. And just take a few moments here just to breathe. And just to acknowledge the fact that we are getting ready to move our body in this yoga practice. Setting an intention of being mindful and present and aware with what is happening right here and right now. Nice. Just a couple more breaths in the seat. Draw your bottom ribcage maybe a tad forward and the back of the skull a little bit back and a little bit up, so that perhaps your spine lengthens just a bit, allowing the breath to flow throughout the body, allowing your energy, your prana to move throughout your body. Let's inhale, blink your eyes open and sweep your arms overhead. Let your palms touch at the top. Then bring your right hand next to your right hip. Walk your fingers away from the body and then find a side bend here. So reach your left fingertips towards the right side of the mat. Keep pressing your left butt cheek, your left sits bones into the ground. And see how much space you can create between your left fingers and your left hip. But pull your right shoulder away from your right ear and gaze can perhaps go up towards the sky. Starting to breathe into the rib cage. And on your next inhale, just move back through center. Reach your arms up. Exhale, same thing, other side. Left hand next to left hip. Fingers walk away. Right hip and right butt cheek stays grounded. You may even go so far as to bring your left forearm onto the mat if that feels good in your body. Feel for drawing your bottom rib cage slightly forward. Your top shoulder blades slightly back. So chest is spinning just a little bit open towards the sky and towards the ceiling. Feeling that space in the rib cage, feeling that expansiveness that you're creating with the breath. And we'll come back through center, reach your arms up. Let's take an easy seated fold. Bring your hands down in front of your shins. Maybe walk your fingertips forward. I like to actively draw my knees down towards the ground here and kind of pull belly button a little bit closer to the place where your ankles cross. Feeling that space in the outer hips, and still keeping the length in the spine. Walk your hands back towards your body. Let's just switch the shin that's crossed in front. We'll take a twist. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Bring your right hand behind your back, your left hand outside the right thigh. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Then exhale, twist towards the right. Bringing your gaze over the right shoulder for Parshva Drishti. Each inhale creates a little more space throughout the spine. And the exhale creates perhaps a tad more twist. Finding this twist from the bottom of the rib cage and then maybe turning the shoulders and then finally maybe the neck and the gaze. Inhale, unwind, reach your arms up, look up, reset, and then exhale, twist the other way. Left hand behind the back, sitting up really tall. Right hand outside the left thigh. Inhale to lengthen, create a little bit more space. Exhale, twist. Nice, keeping your sits bones on the mat. Good. We'll come back through center, reach your arms up. Easy seated fold. Hands come in front of the shins. Walk the fingertips forward. Spine long, belly moves towards the ground in front of you. And walk your hands back towards your body, and let's make our way into a tabletop pose. So stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. We'll just take a few rounds, just 3 rounds of cat-cow, a little flexion and extension of the spine. Inhale, bring your gaze forward and lift your tailbone. Exhale, round the spine, push the floor away. 2 more just like that, maybe adding a tuck and untuck of your toes. So even though we're focusing on that lateral flexion of the spine, making sure that we move the spine every direction that it can go today. Just encouraging balance and healthiness through the spine and the discs. And then come back to neutral, and then bring your right shoulder closer to your right hip. So you're compressing on the right side of the body and maybe expanding a little bit on the left. And then push through your cat pose. Bring your belly in and up. And then left shoulder towards left hip. And then drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone for cow. So just moving in circles, right shoulder, right ear towards right hip. Press through cat. Left shoulder, left ear towards left hip. Drop the belly through cow. Let's take 2 more in that direction. Kind of circling out the hips and the spine. You can pause at each step, or you can kind of start to make it a little bit more fluid. And let's just switch directions. So moving towards the left first, pressing into your cat, bending towards the right, dropping your chest through your cow. Taking about 4 circles in this direction, trying to be relatively even between right and left sides. And just letting it feel good. And last one. Good. And we'll find our flat back, our neutral spine. Let's take a breath in right here. Tuck your toes under and press your hips up and back. Come into your downward facing dog. You can take a few moments here and just kind of pedal out the feet. And then let's step the right foot next to the right thumb and drop the left knee down. So low lunge. You can bring your hands to your front thigh and just kind of pause here and relax. If you'd like to reach the arms up, that's an option as well. But feel for drawing your left hip slightly forward. Stay grounded in your right foot and actively pull the right foot without moving it towards the back knee. So we get a stretch along the entire front of the left thigh. And then inner thighs pull in towards the midline. Left butt cheek is active. You can reach back and touch it. Make sure it's really strong. Reach your arms up. Catch your left wrist with your right hand. Take a breath in. And then side bend towards the right. Good, so biceps squeeze in towards your ears. Inner thighs are active and strong. Front foot, back shin bone, push into the mat. Create that strong, stable foundation. Good, take one more big breath in. Maybe bend a little deeper on the breath out. And we'll inhale, come back through center. Exhale, bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Let's just take a half split. So straighten the right leg, lift your right toes. Pull your belly towards your right thigh and create a little space in your right hamstring in the back of the right thigh. Maybe turn the toes in and out. Notice how that changes, what you're feeling in the back of the right leg. Maybe even a little stretch in the right calf. I'm definitely feeling that right now. Good. And go ahead and rebend your right knee. Hands frame the right foot, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and step your right foot back to your downward facing dog. From down dog, press forward to your high plank or drop your knees for tabletop. And then let's come all the way down to our belly for a cobra. Cobra, lift your chin and your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, come right back down. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift your chin and your chest. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your chin, your chest. Exhale, come back down. We'll inhale either through tabletop or through your down dog. And exhale, press your hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog. Step the left foot next to the left thumb and drop the right knee down. You can always use your hand to kind of slide the left foot forward so that it ends up so that the heel is pretty close to being under the left knee. Hands to left thighs. Pause for a moment here, set up. Create that strong foundation. So press everything that's touching the ground into the ground and energetically pull it towards each other. Squeeze your right butt cheek, your back butt cheek. Imagine your thighs are kind of squeezing something in between them. And then reach your arms up. Catch your right wrist. Side bend towards the left. So you're leaning your body towards the front leg, but staying strong and grounded in the lower half of the body. You could also always bring your left hand down to like a block or to the ground if you can reach it. But if you don't have a prop, you could always just bring it to your hip as well. Just focusing on that space in the right side of the body and spinning the chest slightly open as you find this lateral stretch, this side bend. Good, and then come back through center. Bring your hands down. Half splits pose. Straighten your left leg, lift your left toes. Blocks on either side of the front thigh can also be helpful here if the floor just feels like it's a little far away today, as it so often seems to be. Left heel presses down, chest draws forward towards the left thigh. I didn't grab my blocks, or I would be using them right now as well. If you don't have blocks, you can always use books or a water bottle, whatever is around. Just as short in the distance that you have to reach with your hands. Good, let's rebend your left knee. Bring it over your foot. Hands frame the foot, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and step your left foot back. Again, down dog or tabletop, so knees up with your hips piked, or just knees down, hips stacked over. Take a breath in, whichever you've chosen, and then let's exhale, come all the way down to our belly. One more time. Inhale, lift your chin, your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. 3 more dynamic cobras. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift your chin, your chest. Exhale, lower down. Last one, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push through your tabletop or your high plank. And then let's find our downward facing dog. From down dog, bring your feet about as wide as your mat, and then make your down dog a little bit shorter. We'll take a twist here. Left hand is going to reach for either the right ankle, the right calf, maybe even the right thigh. And then pull the left hand into the right calf. Start to bend the left elbow and bring the gaze under the right armpit. So nice little twist here. Keep pulling your right hip back in space. So you maybe feel a stretch along those muscles that attach to your IT band. And then we'll reset, bring both hands back down, and do the same thing, but go the other way. So left hand reaches for right calf, right heel, wherever you can kind of grab along the opposite thigh. Bend the elbow to pull the right shoulder underneath the body. Gaze can go under the left armpit. Left hand is really strongly pushing the floor away. Take another breath. And then unwind. And let's bring our feet back about hips distance, and then walk your hands back to your feet and just come into a nice easy ragdoll. So knees can bend a little or a lot. Maybe you shift your weight around or grab opposite elbows for a nice easy forward fold. Then release that. Inhale, lift halfway, palms to your shins, find a flat back. And exhale, refold, belly to your thighs. Push your feet down, inhale, rise all the way up, reach your arms up. Squeeze your little butt at the top, and exhale. Bring your hands to your heart center. Some half Sun Salutations, just to create a little bit of cadence and rhythm with the breath. Nothing hard at all. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart, and fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold, belly to your thighs. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders as high as your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root down, rise all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Good, take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, catch your left wrist in your right hand, breathe in. Exhale, side bend to the right. Same thing that we did seated. Squeezing the arms in, kind of using the pull on the right arm to maybe get a little more space on the left side of the body. Keep your weight evenly distributed between your right and your left foot. Good, come back through center, switch your grip. And exhale, do the same thing, but go the other way. Chin away from the chest, allow the breath to continue to flow steadily and easily. And come back through center. Exhale, little back bend. Cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your hip points forward, but engage your core. So pull your pelvic floor up and your belly in. So you're not feeling a ton of stress in your lower back and your lumbar spine. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Half Sun Salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, your belly to your thighs. Inhale, push your feet down, rise all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up, catch your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale, side bend to the right. So you can stay here and do this exactly the way that you did the last round, or take your left foot, cross it behind your right ankle, and slightly bend your knee. So it's a little bit of a curtsy. So I actually have my left heel lifted. And then maybe you can get a little bit deeper in your side bend. I tend to feel it a little bit lower, closer to my left hip. You can look up if that feels good. I like to look down, help myself balance. Take another breath. Nice. Inhale, come back through center, uncross the feet, release the grip. Catch the right wrist in the left hand, side bend to the left. Stay. Or right ankle behind the left, like a little bit of a curtsy, bend the knees. And maybe a little bit deeper side bend if it is serving you today. Good, take another breath. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, cactus your arms. And then bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Reach the fists down. And lift the chest up. Different variation of the back bend. Pelvic floor draws up. Imagine that this section of your ribcage is kind of pulling everything inward, so everything is really toned and tight and engaged. Nice. Release that. Come back through center. Take one breath in. And one breath out. Half Sun Salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last little variation here. Inhale, reach your arms up, catch your left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right. Stay. Or cross your left ankle behind your right knee, bend your knees. Stay, or we can add a twist. So if you want the twist, bring your hands to your heart and cross your left elbow outside your right thigh. Gaze can go over the right shoulder, the leg and the elbow, the right thigh and the left elbow can kind of press into each other to create a little resistance. So getting more of a twist in this third round than a side bend. Good. Inhale, unwind. Step both feet next to each other. Reach your arms up. Catch your right wrist. Side bend to the left. You can stay right here. It's your choice. It's your practice. Or right ankle can cross behind. You can take that variation. Or you can move into the twist. Bring your hands to your heart. Cross your right elbow on top of the left thigh. Press your palms together or make a fist with one hand. If your wrists are more sensitive, gaze towards the ceiling. Take another breath. Nice. Inhale, unwind, come back, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your lower back. Squeeze your elbows in. Find your back bend. Gaze at the tip of the nose. Thighs are engaged, so push the ground away. Imagine your skin is kind of hugging in towards your muscle and your muscle hugging in towards your bone. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your arms. Half Sun Salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, refold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's just take a tree pose for balance with an option to add a side bend in the tree pose. So we'll stand on our right foot, push nice and evenly into the big toe side, pinky toe side, and heel. Choose your variation of tree. So it can be heel to calf, heel to inner thigh. Find a position where you feel stable and steady. Push the foot and the thigh into each other. Pull everything in towards the midline. Draw your right hip towards the midline. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Stay here with your hands at heart center or down at your side. Or reach your arms towards the ceiling. Catch your right wrist in your left hand. Side bend towards your bent knee. Good, like a little toppling tree. Steady gaze to help with your balance for 3. Squeeze your right butt cheek for 2. Chest slightly open for 1. Good. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Left foot meets the right. Shake it out. Same thing, other side. Find your foundation in your left foot. Choose where on the thigh you want to push your right foot. Try to match what you did on the first side if it's available to you. And just don't aggressively push your foot directly into your knee. You'll probably be aware that that's not a good idea because it won't feel particularly good. So above or below, or just kind of resting lightly there. Good. Draw the bent knee back. Strong balance first. Then arms reach up. Catch your left wrist. Breathe in. Maybe add the side bend to the right. One side's probably a little harder than the other. Feeling a little wobbly on my left leg today. So hopefully you're not staring at your video. Probably throwing you off. 2 more breaths. If you wobble, if you fall, no big deal. Just come back. If you need more time, push pause. Take your time. Benefits of at-home practice. Good. Inhale back through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Right foot meets the left. Shake it out. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, refold. Inhale, push your feet down. Rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bring your hands down. Drop your knees down. Tabletop. Little shoulder stretch here. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Slide the back of the right arm onto the mat. Left hand can stay next to the face, or it can walk straight forward. Press the back of the left hand into the ground. And take 3 breaths, a little twist, a little shoulder stretch. One more breath in and out. Bring the left hand back in front of the face. Inhale, reach the right arm up and maybe just a few circles with the right wrist. Bring the right hand down, switching sides, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, thread it through. Left hand or right hand can stay or walk straight forward. Hips relatively level. Nice, easy breath. Hardest part is done. Good. Right hand moves back in front of the face. Reach the left arm up, a few circles with the wrist here. And then lower the left hand down. And just come into an easy seat. Probably first moving through like a hero's pose, a kneeling position, but then just dropping your hips to one side and bringing the legs out in front of you. Let's just come all the way down onto our backs from here. Let's just move into a brief bridge pose. If you want to slide a block under your sacrum, you can for just a supported variation. Otherwise, knees over the feet. Push your feet down and then just lift your hips up. You can kind of snuggle the shoulder blades under the body if you want that variation. Interlace the hands at the lower back. Chin away from the chest. And chest move slightly back towards the chin. Stay for 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down to the ground. Let the soles of the feet touch. Allow the knees to fall out to the side. Breathe in, fill up your lungs. Breathe out, sigh out, whatever you want to get rid of. Let's take another 2 breaths right here. Feeling that inner hip opening as well as neutralizing our spine. Good. And just draw the knees into the belly, squeeze them into the chest. Give yourself a hug. And let's find a full body stretch. So reach your arms away from your toes, get long. And one more little side body stretch here. So walk both of your feet towards the right side of your mat. You can cross your left ankle on top of your right. And then same thing with your arms. Arms move to the right. So hips are towards left side of mat, arms and feet towards right. So your body's making the shape of a C or a banana. You can bring the left palm inside the right hand. One more nice, easy side body stretch. Shouldn't be a ton of effort in this one. Should be easier than when you were standing or even seated because you're lying on your back. So physically easier, I guess. Mentally it could be more challenging, or getting there could be more challenging. But you don't have to hold your body upright. So muscularly, a little less work. Come back through center. And then same thing, both feet go to the left side of the mat, right ankle on top. Both arms go to the right side, right hand rests in left hand. Shoulders, both shoulders are on the ground, both hips are on the ground. And you're just kind of creating space between the right pinky and the hand, the right pinky in your hand and the right pinky toe of your foot. You can kind of bring a cheek towards the ground or gaze straight up. Let it feel comfortable. Let it feel like it's not a lot of work. We're really winding down. Take another breath in, another breath out. Come back through center. Pull the knees into the belly. If there's anything else that you want to move, you have as long as you have. So you can take whatever you want. But If you're going to round out practice with me, we'll just take a brief Shavasana together and extend the legs long, hands next to hips or on your belly. Eyes can close, gaze can be soft, and we'll just take about a minute here together. Just kind of let everything sort of resonate within your body. Notice perhaps if you have shifted some energy or some prana through this movement. Notice if you feel a little bit more spacious in the sides of your body. If you feel that the breath is flowing a little bit easier. Allow yourself to be still for a couple more breaths. Relaxing into this final posture, our Shavasana, our corpse pose. And if you do have the time to stay here for a little bit longer, then please feel free to take as long as you need. If you're on a time crunch, then you can just move with me out of the practice and on with your day. So starting to invite some movement back. And maybe rolling to one side and pausing in a fetal position before eventually making your way up to an easy seat. Coming back to really where we started the class, nice long spine, soft gaze or eyes closed, and bring your hands to your heart center. And as always, it's such an honor to share in this practice with each and every one of you. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Namaste.